All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. The biggest moment of Rickey Smiley Morning Show history. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up. Show your love. Sitting right here in the studio, the one and only Kanye West.
Yeah! What's up? What up, y'all?
What up, boy?
I'm chilling.
Hey, man, thank you for coming, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, we excited, man.
And you know what? We want to thank you for sharing your gift with us. You know, not only just musically for the last few years, I mean, just even visually as well. Got an opportunity to check out the Yeezus tour the other night. Dude, the things you did for hip-hop, and not even just hip-hop, but just like, you know, like people performing in a visual medium was ascended to a different level at the Yeezus tour the other night, man. Like, I mean, I think the crowd ate that up.
Yeah, I'm just glad that they appreciated those visuals, that they, first of all, they had that love and appreciation for artistry. And then, you know, they down here, they're just, it's like just a warmer personality, a warmer kind of people. So they accept when someone brings their little painting. Because, like, for me, that was like a high school play or something. That was like all these little ideas I had. I felt like just like a 3-year-old bringing his sketches down. Like, oh, these are just some of my ideas that I'm trying out. And then y'all accepted it like it was your son bringing you, you know, some of his artwork.
And I think one of the most profound things you said at the show is, I fooled y'all into thinking I was a rapper. I'm actually a visual artist.
Yeah.
And it came across so well at the show. I mean, I go to a lot of rap shows, and I didn't see nothing like that at no other rap show I've been. I've seen them all. Run DMC, Wu-Tang Clan, Childish Gambino. Just like, I just hope this puts it in a position where, like, you could see your favorite artist on Broadway doing a high-level show like that. Would you ever design for other people?
Well, I just want to design for myself. I want to be Disney. Not that I want to be Disney, but the reason why I bring up names like Disney and Steve Jobs, it's the best way to put it in context. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's no knock to any rapper. I love rappers. I'm inspired by rappers. I am a rapper. That's a form. That's one of my forms of art. But it's like Michelangelo was a painter and also a sculptor. You know, the church wanted him to work on the Sistine Chapel. He wanted to work with marble and do marble sculptures. So I feel like in this time, as a creative, or even like a Wagner, a lot of times people get put in a box, and this is what I'm saying, and then you get like this diminishing return on being great in one field, where people say, well, you can only do that, or why don't you just stick to this? And it's like, why don't you just stick to not suggesting nothing to me?
Right.
Because a lot of times people can misconstrue what you say. I think most recently, you, I think in an interview, referred to yourself as a genius. When you said that, what did you mean when you said that?
Exactly that.
Okay.
It's not misconstrued. I don't know.
What is your definition of a genius? Because a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know any other way to word it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I'm having to turn up, because what happens is I'll go and have a meeting with like Louis Vuitton, or go have a meeting with Disney, and they will say, well, you're a musician, because that's what I made money at. But I'm like, no, I'm a creative genius, meaning I have a perspective, and if I apply myself and get the right tools, I will make the best version of it you've ever seen, of anything. Yeah. That is what I do. So you need to abstract it a bit. You know, it's like my boy Willow, that used to work for Donda, that now designs all the Drake and Jay-Z tours and everything. This is the reason why it's like similarity in all our tours, because this is the person who we basically built visual concepts with. Like Glow in the Dark was such a breakthrough, and he worked on that, but then he also worked on, you know, the Justin tour, Jay-Z tour, blah, blah, blah. And he always talks about, man, you got to keep it a little bit abstract, because you don't want to be the guy who just designs stages. Right. What happens if you rap so much? That's one of the reasons why I made Yeezus the way I did. I flipped the order. I have a formula, right? I would usually start the album with Blood on the Leaves. A million more barbershops would have loved the album way more if they hadn't been subjected to Black Skinhead as the track number 2, but rather I just gave them Blood on the Leaves into I'm In It, or like into Send It Up. And I understood that, but I had to show people that I was in the lab and I was a chemist, and on site sounded more genius level. It sounded more like you was in a laboratory. It's cool, man. Music is great. Music is just like drugs, drinks, sex, love, everything. You go on vacation, you like, man, did you bring the weed? Did you bring the music?
Right.
And I'm not going to be just classified in the same box as the weed.
So
Right.
you're
So speak. I know you said something about Jay-Z. You and Jay-Z had to watch the Throne.
Yeah.
Album. Can we expect another collab and when?
I can't say when, but that's my brother. So we go in the studio and we start thinking of some ideas or have something we want to say or get off our chest, because we both are frustrated because we both breaking down boundaries and walls in our own way. You know what I'm saying? It's like that man had to do everything he did in his career to be able to get a piece of the Nets, and then had the wherewithal to understand that black and white color palette will blow up for them. And then they had this like top selling jersey. And then when he wanted to get into baseball, everybody complaining at him like, how you ain't gonna keep, everybody like got their ideas of what they would do if they was you, but there's no other me or Jay-Z's. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we have to take into consideration public opinion to a certain extent, but then also take, the education that we're doing. It's not a black or white thing, but let's say that we are the first black people doing things that we want to do.
Right.
This is new boundaries, new glass ceilings we breaking. I'm only allowed to become a Michael Jackson type person because Michael Jackson broke those boundaries. He got all the war wounds, the scars, the injections, whatever he had to do to to calm him down, take that pain away for how much he was fighting and struggling. Like he didn't have like Kim Kardashian to lay down with every night and calm him down after he was like turned up and like trying to fight and break through things. So It's like if it wasn't for Michael Jackson, I couldn't be right here. And what I'm doing right now is like, just look, it ain't no luxury black clothing designers, you know what I mean? Just at all. But we, especially at Atlanta, this is one of the biggest markets for Louis Vuitton. That's why when I even just threw that hint out there, 3 emails from Louis Vuitton. Oh, yeah, we want to meet with you. Yeah, we want to meet with you. I was like, but when I was in Paris for like working on an album for 4 months, talking about a meeting, y'all ain't want to meet. But now y'all have to see. And then people say stealth is wealth and don't share your ideas and keep it low. And why you saying this? Well, my power is my voice. That's my money. It's my voice. I might not be a billionaire, but I'm a trillionaire of message. I'm a trillionaire of words. You know what I'm saying? My voice travels,
I'm inspired. I'm finna call the people.
No.
I'm finna call the people from FUBU right now. Let's get this thing. Let's get this thing.
So Kanye, so in essence, so you would say you're eclectic. You're definitely eclectic, correct? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, so now you were talking about the black designers. Now I'm trying to think. Willie Smith.
Yeah.
Does his stuff? I mean, is this stuff still out in circulation? I mean, did he inspire you or anything?
Yeah, I mean, no.
Willie Smith.
No,
I'm
I'm not particularly inspired by black designers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inspired by black musicians.
Sure.
But like I said, it's not been enough to be able to inspire me. I'm just inspired by designers from the 1800s or Marc Jacobs now or Alexander Wang, different people that I name. But like I said, it's not a black or a white thing. It's an opportunity thing. What I'm trying to say is they not letting me drink from that fountain.
Right.
Like everybody, and then, but and other people look at me, but like, yeah, you got money though. That's all you need. Money is another control system, another thing, a way to rock people to sleep, especially people who could be strong messengers. Because they say, okay, you going to lose your this contract. You going to lose your that contract. You ain't going to be able to go on tour, blah, blah, blah. This is what these corporations try to do to like hold you. And that's why I said, you and your corporation, y'all can't control me.
Right.
I know that we the new slave. I know that we the new slave. Man, I'm about to wow out. I'm going Bobby Boucher.
We talked about Jay-Z a second ago, and of course you refer to him as being your brother. And one of the things that you've said before is the fact that he's, I think, mastered the art of moving through people and being likable.
Yeah.
And that's something. Is that something that you look up to him for? Is that something that you work on? Is it important to be likable in this industry? Because sometimes it seems like you don't care. You just are who you are, which people can appreciate. But what about the likability factor?
Yeah, I think I'm fine with being likable as long as I don't have to sacrifice who I am in that moment. And sometimes you just have to turn up. And I think there's a lot of people who like me for me, like me for exactly what I do to stand. That's like, I like Charlemagne, I can't say the last name, we'll just call him Charlie, over at the New York radio station for his stance as being a hater. I like that that's his stance. Like, so if my stance is, look, y'all ain't gonna control me. Y'all ain't gonna tell me what ideas to have. I got the ideas. Y'all not gonna think for me. I'm gonna use my position in my moment to make the most out of it. And people will start hitting me off when I say I want to feed my family. I need to adjust this. I want to be able to feed my family forever. Meaning
Generations.
Like, yeah, for generations.
Yeah, great grandkids. That's
yeah,
right.
because there's a lot of people who have had that moment, and they can't, they can't feed their family. Right. And I want to also, okay, go ahead.
No, I mean,
go ahead.
You know, you got it.
Go ahead.
The floor.
No, it was another thing that there's been a lot of controversy on what I was when Sway told me, why don't you empower yourself and do it yourself, right?
Right.
And it's like he didn't really hear what he was even saying at that time, because I told him, man, I spent $13 million of my own money learning, making mistakes, losing money, gaining ground, gaining credibility, breaking down the wall. So I was attempting to do it myself. And when I explained with an analogy last night about auto-tune, meaning like if I hadn't had auto-tune, there wouldn't have been 808s and Heartbreak. If there wasn't 808s and Heartbreak, what would radio sound like today? Mm-hmm. That's the sound of radio, is 808s and Heartbreak. These minor chords where I listen to Cody Chestnut, Headphone Masterpiece, that inspired me the most, gave me these melodies, and I did it. So I had these ideas. Now, when I work with Louis Vuitton, that's like having auto-tune. Mm-hmm. Now, you can go and be trying to make your own T-shirt, or you can go where there's, all these sewers and years of heritage to make a quality product where you be like, I want a brown bag, and it just comes back at the best level. When you try to do it yourself, and with the factories that we have, it's basically like the chitlin circuit. It's like chitlins versus
caviar,
normal meat.
yeah,
caviar. Yeah. And I tasted caviar. I had a little piece of that education. I sipped from the clean fountain.
Right.
And I'm saying I have also the ability to influence. I'm going to say another statement as like I'm a genius statement. I'm the single most influential male in fashion of the past 10 years, designer or not designer. Only one you could argue with is Ralph Lauren himself.
Every now and then there's people that will try to combat that, because like when he's like the situation when you was on the Watch the Throne tour with the skirt.
What's the combat though? Because who was who's even in the running?
Fashion wise, not really. You're right. You're running
exactly.
It right now.
When I'm saying skirt or no skirt. Ain't nobody can combat it.
We'll have some fashion trends. Lenny Kravitz, kinda, but yeah.
But Lenny Kravitz, exactly. I talked to Lenny Kravitz for 1 hour yesterday.
Okay.
You know why? Because it wouldn't have been no niggas in Paris if it wasn't for Lenny Kravitz. Right. He was the first nigga in Paris. And he used to go to the factories and the billionaires and say, I got this idea. And they'd be like, that's cute. Whatever. Y'all, you just do this. They not trying to help black male that's a rock star in a position of power that's dating these models and got all these hit records. They be like, get off the boat, Lenny. You taking all the good,
Right. Because a lot of women wonder this. What is it? And I love the fact that you talk about Kim a lot in your interviews. And what is it that's so special? Not that there shouldn't be anything special, but what is it, if you had to sum it up in 30 seconds, that makes her the perfect person for Kanye West?
Hold on. It's another idea that I forgot to get out, and then I'll go into that.
Let's go.
I want to explain with the Sway thing. When I say I spent $13 million, this means I spent 13 Bugattis. 13 Bugattis.
In layman's terms.
Right. On this. I need to just break it down to other terms so everyone, including Sway, can understand exactly the amount of work and the amount of effort I put into empowering myself. What makes Kim perfect for me is she just is. She's what I like. That's my joy. That's what I like.
Even better than Salida or Amber?
What type of question is that?
and you can see the passion in it, Kanye, because like if you anybody who follow Kanye closely, even like on songs like "Stay Up" with 88 Keys, you always drop subtle hints and subtle clues, like that's who you wanted and who you pursued it. So when you finally got it, and it wasn't just necessarily a fling, like you in it for the long haul.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if nothing else, at least 18 years.
And you referred to her about being one of the top 10 most beautiful people in human existence. When I heard that, I thought it was beautiful that you thought of her like that. But if you had to include some other people in that top 10, who would measure up?
I ain't been talking about no other women.
Oh, I I know if you
Well
meant,
played.
That's right,
I thought
Kanye.
you meant people in general.
That's right, Kanye.
Like
You ain't got to
thought
deal with
leaders. I
her.
didn't know you were talking about just females in general.
Oh, you talking about thought leaders or want to talk about thought leaders? I
You
mean,
said
you know,
she is arguably one of the top 10 people of human existence.
I didn't say that was an exact quote. I said most beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just said beautiful right there, and then took the word out.
Well, I paraphrased. It is in there. I was just trying to make it short.
No, but that is a very important missing word.
Okay. Well, let's add beautiful in there.